Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to download, set up, and configure Backlink Commando. Now, we got a lot of stuff on here, and you can see we got, right now, I'm on the download page, the main members homepage, and you can see there's a little welcome video here, which you can watch. The main thing is you want to get your download information, which is your activation email and password. This is a demo one that'll be deleted as soon as we're done with these videos. But what we do here is we also digitally sign your download. So you can see right now, if I download this, it's got a little message there, says that your copy is digitally downloaded. You can see it's tied to this username, which is demo user in this case. And you just download that file, and I'm just going to put it on my desktop just like that. And then all I do is I come over to a test site, this is a test site I use for demo purposes. And I'm just going to click on go to plugins, add new. I'm just going to click it right up here in the corner. And then upload, browse, and then I'm just going to grab that and upload it right away. So that just takes a few seconds. Click on activate, and what will happen is you will get a little notice at the top of your screen that says, okay, now it's time to activate Backlink Commando, lock and load. So click on this. It'll take you over to the area to put in your username or your email address and authorization key, which we get right from here. In this case, I'll just grab that and put that there. Take out the space on the end because we don't need that. And then just grab the key. Put that in there, again, making sure there's no spaces, and then click Activate Now. That takes just a second, and there we go. We are activated. Now, the first thing we need to do when we're configuring this is install the browser bookmarklet that we configured and put in here. There's a little video here that explains how to install the bookmarklet and everything else, but I'm going to show you in this video because, hey, that's what we do. So what we're going to do first of all is click on View. And this is in Firefox, so View Toolbars, Booklinks Toolbar, and that activates the bookmark toolbar because we're going to install this little bookmarklet. Now, this is the same kind of thing you can do in Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, or any other browser. They always have something like this. You just have to find the right view to activate it if you haven't got it activated. And then all you do is come down here. You see this image here? It says drag to browser toolbar. So I'm literally going to left click, grab it, drag it, and drop it right on that toolbar. And you get a little bookmarklet like that. That's it configured. It's ready to go. But there's a few other things we can do as well. Let me go through some of these. In the main settings, this is to turn the plugin on or off, enable it or disable it. We also have some options where we notify many blog directories, RSS directories. You can turn these individual features and functions on or off. There's, for example, email posting, XML RPC posting. That's if you wanted to create your own blog directory. For example, I have lots and lots of WordPress sites. Well, I can get this to promote those links and all the content to an entire network of WordPress activated blogs and anything else that accepts the same format that WordPress does. We also detect sitemaps on any sites where we have links, and we will ping them to all the major search engines. And you also have some throttle controls. Now, right now, this is installed on a HostGator shared server. What that means is that this runs perfectly on restrictive hosting. In fact, it was built on shared hosting and tested on many, many different shared hosting platforms. So you don't have to have a monster server, or you don't have to have lots of expensive equipment. You can run this on almost any setup. Now, one other thing, because I've got the developer version, I also have the ability to reboost, which means I can scale this up, and I'll put it at 30. This means that every 30 days, if a link has already been through the queue and processed, it can be reprocessed, reboosted. And that's very powerful. If you haven't got the developer version, you're going to see a few developer and pro level features in this one. I'm going to cover both of those. And if you want to upgrade from one of the smaller, like the base package or even the single site package, there's a link at the top of this page where you can upgrade right away. So just to give you a heads up on that. And then the other thing we need to do is set up, if we want to, a spinner. Now, I already have a spinner. I'm not going to activate it in this case because well, obviously I've got my private information here. I don't want to put that in here, but you would just turn that on and then we support right now the best spinner and the password, but we're also going to add support for spin rewriter in the future, and you'll be able to switch between the different ones. So if this interface changes, you can figure out the changes from there and what to do. It's very, very simple and straightforward. Same with any third-party service we support. You can literally put in all the information. We walk you through all of that in different videos, and you'll see those videos to the left of me on the page here. Now, the next thing we have to do is set up a cron job. Now, a cron job just basically means a scheduled task. Now, WordPress has a cron system built into it. It's called WP cron, but honestly, it's not that reliable. If you don't have a very active site, it's just not reliable. So what we do is we recommend setting up your own cron, and I'll show you how to do that in cPanel. And most people out there have cPanel hosts. If you don't, find out what your server host recommends and what they have set up, and they'll have some information and documentation on that. So with that being said, let's go over to cPanel real quick. And I'm just going to go over here and go to my cPanel here. I'm going to just log in again. And then just come down to where it says cron here. See cron jobs. And click on that. Takes just a second. Let me click it again. Okay, there we go. Now, I've got one here. Okay, I want to delete that. Actually, no, I want to keep that one. I just realized what that was. So you just click on, say, for example, curl, which is the one that we have on here. And come back over here. I'll put that in the command area. We recommend you run the cron every 30 minutes. That's going to give you a lot of processing power. It's going to go through your links and keep them boosted and reboosted. But that also works for some of the other systems that I'll get to in a few moments. We have a lot of throttling and power control in here, so we've tried to keep it very low on resources. Again, it was built to be run on shared servers with minimal impact. So the more often it runs, the less it has to process through the queue, and you're doing good. So I'm going to set this to run twice an hour. You can see that automatically changes everything else. I just have this command. And then if you want to set up a notification email, you can. I recommend you put it to a email that's not your main email, because if it's running every 30 minutes and you turn on email notifications, you're going to get an email every 30 minutes from the system. You might want to just put it into a separate email that you check every now and then. I set up an email for social media notifications. That's just kind of one I check every now and then. And that way I don't have my inbox full. So once I'm done with that, click Add New Cron Job. You can see that's added, and it's all good. So there we go. That's that part set up. Now, coming back over here, we got some other tabs. You can see lots and lots of other functions and features here. One of the things that we also do is you see there's an RSS feed in here. This is basically a news feed, an RSS feed for any of the items that we have in the queue. I'll show you that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch across to this version, which is already run. Let me click over here, and you can see I've got lots of links in here. I'm going to show you that in a few moments. So coming back over here to RSS, we're just in the configuration stage. I'll go through the other stuff in another video shortly. But you can see here, if I click on this, it opens up in a new tab, and you can see it's got an RSS feed with all of our items. It's got a long list. And this is an RSS feed that you can promote out to the search engines. But here's a cool thing. We've got the ability to block search engines from coming directly to our site. What we do there is we stop the search engines looking at the feed on our site. We only want it to be syndicated out to RSS directories and things like that. Now, here's the thing I should mention. If you have an RSS submission tool like RSS Submit or something like that, you can actually promote this through that tool and send it out to lots and lots of RSS directories. If you don't have an RSS tool, one thing you can do, and I'll show you this real quick, is just go to Fiverr. This is a great way to save money. This is a great little insider tip here. Say, for example, I didn't want to spend $100 or $200 or whatever on a tool that will do RSS submission. I can find people on Fiverr that have already got the tool, pay them $5 to promote it. So, for example, if I have a look here, and I'm just going to look, see RSS submission to 20 sites. Let's see if there's any other really cool deals here. Okay, RSS submission of 5 websites. In other words, 5 feeds to 200 RSS syndication platforms. You can do that for $5, and guess what? You only ever have to do that once because these services keep coming back to look for updates, which means your RSS feed and all of those links is now way, way out there. And it's massive, massive authority. So that's a cool way to take one of the features and functions of this and make it exponentially more powerful. Failing that, we also do ping this and submit this to several RSS directories ourselves. So that makes it very powerful. I just like adding more power and showing you all the different options that are available. Now, another cool thing we do, if you look here, is we also have a full text feed. Now, what this does is if you have other SEO tools and submission tools and you want to have some fun with it, anything that you import into Backlink Commando, you can also export these links and then put them in another tool that if you maybe want to add extra power. So if I do this real quick, you can see there's a list of all of the backlinks that we've got in this queue, and they're separated out, boom, 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 and you're good to go. You could just put that into Excel or into any other system and do whatever you need with the different formats. Now, another thing we do is we also have an RSS extractor. This means you can put in any RSS feed you want and literally extract any new items from that. You can see here, I had one here that was just goofing around with Google, but you can also, for example, this is my YouTube account. I could put in my articles dashboard one in here, or Easy in Articles RSS feed for my author. I can put in my feeds from my Web 2.0 sites or my Twitter feed or anything like that. There's a whole ton. You can just put them in here, and what this does, it will extract any of those links and add those links automatically to the queue. And we've done that, as you can see in that feed here. We've got some here that are my blogs, actually YouTube ones right here. That's right from my YouTube list. So lots and lots of different options there. Another one we do here is email syndication, and what you can do is you can turn on and off notifications if you want to. Just put in your email in here that you want to be notified to, and you're ready to rock. And then another system we do, and again you'll see this in the quick start guide, you can actually post by email to many services. You could set up multiple Twitter accounts and post by email, Facebook accounts, post by email. You can post by email to Blogger, to WordPress.com, to LiveJournal, to many, many other services. And if you look in the settings and configurations for each of those ones, they show you how to set that up. You could have literally unlimited emails right here. And literally every time that you have a new item added as part of the process, it will send out an email to each one of those services and update it accordingly. Another thing I should mention, I forgot with RSS real quick, is you can also add this RSS feed to services like OnlyWire, Hootsuite, Links Alpha, and any of those social submission services. Literally, just put in the feed, and every time there's a new item, it extracts that. Now, some of those services are out there are free, some of them are paid, but I just wanted to notify you that is another option for literally ramping up the power of everything we do. Now, again, this is extra stuff on top of what we already do within this plugin. So I'm just showing you all the extras here. So that's email and RSS, but let's jump over to the next option, which is XML RPC. Now, this one's a little different. If you have lots of WordPress self-hosted WordPresses or WordPress.com accounts, and several other services support this, you can literally set up posting direct to XML RPC. Now, for example, here, there's a special format, and for example, this one is on IMSC support. I actually set up posting to my other test site, and you have to put in the full URL with a pipe symbol, the username and password of an account that you're using as an author. In this case, this was a demo dummy account. And then you have to put the category ID that you want it to post to. In this case, the default category is usually 1, but you can select which category it goes to and what have you. This way, you can set up one blog posting and feeding all your links to another. And if you have some sort of setup of syndication, you can literally create an entire network or link farm very, very simply and quickly. Very easy to do. Now, lastly, in this kind of configuration and setup video, I want to go over the third-party tools. Again, we support many, many third-party tools. And for example, I've got Link Pipeline Pro here, and I've got my API key. Again, you just get that from the members area, plug that in, you're good to go. OnlyWire. This is my test account with OnlyWire. And again, I do direct submission to OnlyWire, and boom, 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 I am done. Literally set up posting, it goes out, and that OnlyWire can support up to, I think it's about 50 different social bookmarking, social media accounts, and everything else. Again, all of these third-party tools are 100% optional. They are not critical. You don't have to go out and buy all of these extra tools. However, that being said, they can add extra power to everything you do if you have them or choose to add to Backlink Commando. Like I say, 100% optional, but they do add a lot of power. So again, we support OnlyWire, Backlink Indexer, Linklicious, which is great. And again, all of those are powered up. You can enable and turn them off and whatever you want, and you're good to go. Again, this is also available only in the developer version. So if you want to add these services and power up things, that's the way to do it. So with that being said, guys, that's the end of this video. What we're going to do next is, I should talk about the bulk import as well. Again, this is a pro feature. What you can do is if you have lots of other links, literally you just put one per line, import them, and it adds them to the queue. For example, if I come over here and say that I wanted to add Fiverr as an item, I'm just making it up. I haven't got a backlink here, but say I wanted to add Fiverr, I could just click that, import a link, and it'll tell you how many links were successfully imported and checked and verified and added to the queue. Now that's added to the queue. If I just show you real quick, I go to manage backlinks, and I'll go through these two sections in a few moments, but you can see there the title, just because I put the URL in, it's pending picking up the title, it's pending on its performance. You can see status not boosted yet, and added 1 minute ago. So that is it for this video. What we're going to do in the next video is go through the actual boost process, and we'll actually see about processing the queue, what that looks like, and everything else. So I'll see you in the next video in just a few moments.